My people, tori no dey finish for dis country. Just when you think say Akpabio matter don cool down, e don get another twist. Dis time na im own wife don finally react. She dey para say people dey drag her husband name anyhow, and she no fit keep quiet again. But Nigerians no send o. Some people dey tell her straight up, "Madam, you dey lie. Call your husband to order." Others dey hail the female senator wey expose the matter, say she be strong woman wey get mind. One person talk say dis na critical issue and it must be addressed, while another person come drop premium cruise, say Nigerians dey cry for high cost of living, while Senate President dey cry for opue. My people, e be like say we dey different realities for dis country. Some Nigerians don even talk say Akpabio need to be impeached. Wahala be like Basco. No go anywhere. I go show una the full video so that una go hear from Akpabio's wife, the female senator, and other Nigerians. But before then, abeg, no dull. Smash that button. Smash that like button. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that anytime hot gist drop, you go first hear am. Oya, make we enter the main matter. Watch this clip and see as everything be.
Coming down to what was discussed, apart from the Senate matters, I'm not a senator, so I don't know what goes in there. I'll talk about my own family, which is Senator Akpabio's family, my husband, and the father of my children. He's a very nice man. He's kind-hearted. He's very jovial, which people always mistake for any other thing. He's very friendly, sometimes over-friendly, like I normally tell him. But you cannot change somebody's character at this time. If somebody has been a very jovial person, very nice, very kind, very compassionate, and plays a lot and jokes a lot, can you change the person at this time? No, you can't. So when I heard the unfortunate accusation, I'll rather call it unfortunate, it's very demeaning because that is a family. We knew the husband before the husband married her. We've always known the man. They were very good friends, or they are still very good friends. So I really don't understand where this is coming from. And I believe that for somebody to go and make such an allegation, there must be a discussion at home. There must have been a sanction or an approval. Oh, you're going to say this, go ahead and say it. And if the approval has come from the husband, our friend, I believe that he would have spoken to me because we are close. He's close to my husband. But if he didn't give her the approval to go on air and make such an allegation, then the question is, does he have control? Did he give her the approval? And then if the wife had complained about such a thing, and he still comes, and is normal, there is no man you will tell, oh, that the wife will tell, oh, it's your friend harassed me. I know how you men behave, that will not frown. First of all, the attitude towards the person will change. But this attitude never changed. And if you're talking about the house, we don't have any house in Ikot-Ebene. Ikot-Ebene is a local government. We are from a Senudim local government. Our country home is in a Senudim, in Okana. And I didn't hear anything about Okana. We have a beautiful home in Okana. If you're talking about Uyo, house in Uyo, I'm always there. So the home you are talking about, I'm always there. The Senate President is a very, very responsible man and disciplined. So in Akwa Ibom, when he was a governor, a lot of women were involved in governance. And none of them, not one, ever said something like this. When they go through that route, of course, everybody will say, oh my goodness, because of this statement, or because of what was about to happen, oh, they've accused me of that, they've accused me of that. I mean, how many people do you want them to answer to? So, nothing like that happened. If you're talking about my home in Uyo, on the 8th of December, that was the day we were all getting ready for the celebration on the 9th of December. I was there. My children were there. And when people make such allegations, and even when you look at her countenance, and if you had your lie detector and you have put it on her, it would have told you the truth. So maybe what people should start having is a lie detector. So when somebody starts lying, all you need to do, please, ma, can I put this on you? If NBC will allow you. Am I correct? So please, when we want to, Nigerians or some ladies want to say something, they should also remember that in this family, there are children that are involved. I am equally involved. Our father is not like that. And he can never be like that. You don't learn something in old age. You don't. So making such an allegation is like, oh, since you want, you've changed my seat, I'm going to malign you. For me, that is not politics. If you want to play politics, let us play politics that is decent. So that in quotes, oh, Senator Akpabio harassed me sexually. A married woman. In my place, there's a proverb, I will explain it in English, that says that if you want to eat a toad, you eat the toad that is well matured, not just a maturity. You got from somebody that is okay. Not a married woman. So I believe that it's unfortunate that she has said what she said, and I'm sure she knew she had lied. She shouldn't take that route. If she has a problem that needed to be solved, it can be solved without maligning somebody. Like I said before, we knew the husband before they got married. So their marriage is not an old marriage. So if the man wants us to continue the relationship, yes, we'll continue the relationship, because after all, we didn't know her before now. It was only when they got married that we knew her. So nothing happens to the relationship between us and the man, except if the man had given her an approval to come and tell these lies. The 8th of December, almost all the senators were in Akwa Ibom. And the Senate president is not somebody that is always alone. He's never alone, even when he wants to eat. He will tell me, oh, I'm eating with 10, 15 people. Even if you set food for 10, 15 people and you see 5, he never eats alone. He's never anywhere alone. So, for me, with that number of people, I don't know what and where that conversation could have taken place. Because he is like that. He shows people the house, any visitor, and then he will always take you to the chapel. That is him. At the end of it all, he will show you his chapel. Because in every home, there is a chapel. So I'm always entertaining people whenever he's around. So if the man was walking behind and the conversation was taking place in his presence, he could have heard. Even the body gesticulation could have shown the man that there was something wrong. Security men are always with the SP. So for that night, I knew I served people. People were at home. The house is never empty when he's around, because constituents will be there, Akpabio people will be there, and they never leave him. Whether the house in the village in Okana or the house in Uyo. And there's no way a man that is as disciplined as that can think of taking a woman to his home. He has a lot of respect for me and for my children and regard. So you can't even imagine it. And my children are always with me. So I don't know whether she could have entered in a box, covered up. I don't know. Very cordial. I would say that even the Senate president attended their wedding and spent not just one night. How many nights? 2 nights. When they had the first birthday of their son, I was there. So I will not be able to tell you at what point did the relationship got so sour to the point of alleging sexual harassment. Because I have 4 daughters. Myself, I'm a woman. If somebody harasses me, I will feel bad. Do you understand? But when I know the husband that I'm married to, it's not him that she was talking about. That's not Senator Akpabio. Maybe she was making reference to another person. That's why I said maybe it was an imaginative allegation or a content creation. Definitely, because I mean, there's no way we cannot do that. In the past, we've allowed people to get away with a lot of things. And he will always tell me, if you can't stand the heat, leave the kitchen. I'm here to serve my people. They will throw mud at me. I said, but this mud is becoming too much. Why can't you do something? So I'm now the one going for a legal address. It depends. I don't even see it as a blow because they're all lies. Like I said before, anybody can accuse anybody of anything. The main thing is, are you telling the truth? Are you truthful about this? She is not a young woman. I'm not a young woman either. So there are certain lies at our age that we shouldn't tell. Senator Akpabio, very disciplined, a good father, lovely father, supportive husband, handsome man that every woman would like to have.
Before his birthday, I'm about to explain that.
Yes.
Yes, so many people do not know what I'm about to say, but I'm going to speak my own truth. And the Senate President is allowed to counter that. It all started on the 8th of December, 2023, which was a day before his birthday and my birthday. We are birthday mates. We were all in Akwa Ibom because he had a big fanfare in the stadium. Myself, my husband, and a few of his close friends, we went to Akwa Ibom. And at first we were at Ikot Ekpene, we were in his house in Ikot Ekpene. Then we all moved to his house in Uyo, which was about 8 p.m. And he held my hand and said he wanted to show me around his house. My husband was walking behind us, just 3 of us. We're walking around from room to room. He showed me the beautiful interior. This was done by this, by that, this designer here, he bought this from. I was like, oh, it's beautiful. And then I noticed that he hastened his pace while still holding my hand. And my husband was behind, still on his phone, but he was catching up whenever he could. And then he got to this particular sitting room and he said, do you like my house? I said, of course, sir. Every room, beautiful, nice interior, quality taste. He said, now that you're a senator, I'm going to create a time for us to come spend quality moments here. You will enjoy it. At that point, I just pulled away and I was like, I didn't understand what exactly that meant. But then my husband now, when I turned around, I saw my husband was already near me. And the way my husband looked at me and looked at him, I was beginning to wonder, did he hear part of that inciting statements or not? And then the Senate president too, I saw that he also had that thought, like, did my husband hear the invitation to treat or not? So then the Senate president now said, oh, by the way, let me show you my chapel. He has a chapel in his house as well. So when we were going to the chapel, you know, we walked in silence and all. So that evening, before we left the Senate president's house at about 11 midnight to the 4 Points in Ikotepene. And my husband asked me, Natasha, what did the Senate president whisper to you? What's he telling you? I thought, should I tell him that he was speaking about bringing me in here at a special time for us to have a good time? Or should I just kill it there, wrap it as if there was nothing? Because tomorrow was a big day. I know how much my husband adores the Senate president. He loves him as a brother. My husband would do anything to support him. So I told my husband, nothing. I can't remember what I created, but I just gave him some words to manage, to mask what was said. After, when we laid in bed, I looked to my right and my husband wrapped his arms around me and he said, my love, you know you can't tell me anything. What did the Senate president tell you? Again, I was like, don't you believe me? I said, nothing. Nothing. Moreover, it's my birthday in a few minutes. Let's just be happy. Then my husband told me he doesn't want to see me travel out of the country alone, and I should not go to the Senate president's house because he has a guest house where many senators do go there, you know, after office to get approvals and all that. So I told him, okay, no problems. That was it. I thought that was going to be the end. But then, in February, I wanted to move a motion. I wanted to move a motion for the investigation on the ills of corrupt practice in Ajaokuta Steel Company. I listed that motion 5 times. It was the 6th time that it was listed on the order paper that was approved. Many senators can testify to that. Each time the motion is listed, just before he takes it, he will say, oh, Senator Natasha, we can't take this motion because the board of the Senate does not accommodate it. Or he will speak on others and then let it drag so that just before that motion is taken, the time will be well spent. So he kept on doing that. I went to him in his office. And I said, Senate President, you know how important this Ajaokuta Steel Company to me is. You know how important it is to my people and to Nigerians. I've noticed that you have stepped down this motion. As a matter of fact, a number of senators told me, go and see him and plead with him so that he would take it. I was like, sir, please, why can't you take this motion? It's very important. It's been listed. Then it was listed a 3rd time and stepped down. He then said, Natasha, I'm the chief presiding officer of the Senate. You can enjoy a whole lot if you take care of me and make me happy. At that point, I said, sir, I'll pretend that I didn't hear this. He said, well, the ball is in your court. I left his office, and when I got home, I told my husband, I didn't tell my husband what happened. I just told my husband, please, can you speak to the Senate president to allow my motion scale through? I think I also spoke to the DSP, to the leader, Senator Payne. I spoke to a number of senators that they should please intervene and allow him to do that. I never told them what happened. My husband had to take a trip to London. Then the Senate president traveled to London. My husband met with the Senate president in London and pleaded with him. Let my wife take this motion on Ajaokuta. That is very important to her.
Okay. All right, Senator Natasha.
He said, okay, that he did not take it because he was protecting me. Hold on, please. He didn't take it because he was protecting me. Protecting me from what? Anyway, at the time my demotion was taken, it was the Deputy Senate President, His Excellency Barao, that actually sat. The Senate President stood up and walked out. So it was Senator Barao that actually took it.
All right, Senator Natasha.
And from there,
Natasha.
Many other incidents happened.
Yes, Senator
let's
Natasha.
Talk about the nightclub.
Yes.
Hold on, let's talk about the nightclub incident.
Professor Kila is going to ask you a question. I'm so sorry to have to interject here, but I just want to mention that, and I'm glad you gave the caveat at the beginning of your statement, that this is your side of the story, and the Senate President has the right to defend himself or to counter what happened between you privately. So what I assume, or from what you're saying, is that what happened last week Thursday began from a private conversation, and then you have felt like you've been maligned as a result of you not agreeing to certain propositions, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
what has happened? You know the same story of when a student keeps being failed.
Yes.
Please, let me say this, Ayo. You know the situation we see in universities whereby a student is continuously being failed just because she has not slept with the lecturer. That's what I've been facing, in simple terms.
My people, me could have taken sit down. I bet where you dey show for this man be working because I don't come. My people, when I know say Senate President Akpabio say saga na dey happen between him with Senator Natasha. Senator Natasha don't come carry. Me cannot bite my tongue. I'm a bomb. Man can buy too like I'm a bomb. Senator Natasha don't come carry the matter go arise. I don't break arise TV. Then put down the TV, the table everywhere. Everybody just the whole leg. My people constantly sending the whole table. I forget to get disappointment. I probably don't get disappointment this one. Senator Natasha don't come go talk everything we did. I did not see this is not be ordinary. There must be some kind of, you know, man we don't fit keep it third leg for one place. We won't carry then they can do fuku feke for social media and for Senate floor. My people no be smart, you know. Senator Natasha talk plenty things. So my people who go see that kind of fine woman self when no go one they bear. But now wow, guys, not in my mouth to now go here say Senator Akpabio according to Igbo. Hey! On to open Timbale, then call it. Timbale, huh? King swear, king le, king tedele. One no walk in Senate. My fire swear. My people. Senator Akpabio, please come and clear yourself. This allegation is too much. For me, you disappointment. Me, for you disappointment. I can't come and clear yourself. Hi, it's on the poor, please. What is this? We will they plan to join you now. Make una no come turn us to shawarma, turn us to catfish, turn us to some assorted chicken. Can you not go for gbogbo yin te ba try ye o? Come on, lo ma fe so pe fe lawa pa. Kini gbogbo eleyi? Ejo, Akpabio, come and clear yourself. This is too much.
Hey, our own Senate President, come and clear your name. The Senate President of the Federal Republic. The Senate President, the Senate President, come very fast and clear your name. They drag your name into the mud. Like, they carry you, they go where you don't know. Hey, come and clear your name. Did you or did you not? Did you or did you not Natasha? Were you actually wanting to bench Natasha and she said no to your benching advances? You now started maltreating her in the Senate. Hey, Kotorima. How many of you watched that interview with Natasha? The senator representing one of the constituencies in Kogi States. Senator Natasha. That interview was wow. So all this while, you know, I made a video the first time I saw the harassment on the Senate chambers, and I was like, you know, sometimes some men, they don't know how to approach a woman. Some of them feel like they can use intimidation, they can use money, they can use advances, they can use much. You know, so many people with their own wahala. There are some men who can approach you. Yes, they will just come to you, they talk to you, they tell you their mind, what they want, you know. They get that boldness, they'll talk to you. And most women used to like men like that. Like, if you like me, come up, talk to me. You know, women like that. Then there are some who don't even know how to approach a woman, who don't know how to talk to a woman. They use other means like giving you money, you know, be doing one or two things just to make you understand, say, I like you. There are men like that. There are some that will use their position, intimidation. They go use their position, they go to frustrate you, they go want to make you come bend down. Hey, God of mercy, one man did this to me in Warri. I know they forget that Olori Burukuton that go fire that man. In Warri, Delta State, when they go hustle for oil. This man, you know, say you like me. You cannot open mouth tell me say you like me. Now, so frustration, and that one can make you never in life have anything to do with that man. Let me tell you, if you are this kind of man that if you like a woman, you're going to use frustration, you're going to use maltreatment to the word that woman. Stop it. The more you're doing it, the more you're making that woman hate you, the more. She won't. Approach a woman like a normal person. Like that man made me hate him like mad. I don't like him again. Like I will enter depot. Make I enter inside. Some of you that are in Warri, depot, refinery, I know what I did talk now. I go stand for sun. This man now him be the CEO for there. This man will keep me for sun. Everybody go to enter. Even though I came with paper from Abuja, but this man will not let me enter. Now one day I change him for himself. I fought him. I'm telling you, if not this period where they say this morning that they go put up for social media, I forget that one too. One day like this, I say lie. I now started fighting at the gate because I go there. People go they pass. Only me go stand under that scorching sun. This man will not let me enter. If I enter that side, if I want to enter the other side, now so the man go there. No, you know, because you want me to bend so that I'll now come and say, okay, how do you expect me to, after frustrating me, I'll now come and carry my body. Now me go come use my hand, they roll myself. I mean, me go come tell you, say, okay, now I'm ready. What kind of, that is the worst style ever. You understand? So there are men like that. They want to use intimidation. They want to use their position to woo you, to make you acceptable. I'm not seeing that style as a good one. It will never make you have a woman. That's the style that will make a woman to finally come to your life and buy you. If she enter, anything she feed you to just buy you, she will just buy you because you don't frustrate her finish. You get? So now wetin happen? I told you guys that there are so many men like that. Now, how many of you have watched that interview? Hey, this woman don't spill so many things. Saying that because of benching, say she no gree make the man bench her. Now why this man can't dey frustrate her? He don't do it the first time, even in the presence of her husband. If he remains small, make the husband catch the joke, will say, this man they eye my wife. Even the husband can't even they ask Natasha, say, what is going on between you and Senator of the Republic? She said nothing. You know, sometimes you know go tell your husband all the men where they toast you for peace to reign. Your own is to just say no. You understand me? Just refuse, but you don't have to say. I see a lot of people say, then you are not a good woman. Why will you keep it away from your husband? Look at you have to keep it away, because if you start to tell your man all the men where they toast you as they walk out for road, there will be problem. The man will develop BP and buy. So the best thing she did was to keep it. And another beautiful thing she did was not to accept. You understand? So now, because of that, the man said, okay, I don't trust you and this man again. I don't want to see you around him. I don't want to see you in his house. I don't want to even see you travel outside the country without me. Now, a whole senator cannot even travel out of the country unless she is traveling in the company of her husband, because of that thing that man did, allegedly, according to what the senator said in that interview. Then after all said and done, when this man kept on denying all her proposal, all her budget and everything, she now went to the man's office to still beg him. At that time, the man now openly tell and say, you are not yet ready. When you are ready to make me happy, I will oblige. Okotoriba.
I'm not be smart, you know. Akpabio. Hey, okay, now, very cool, Akpabio is as shameless can be. That's the kind of person you people have as Senate president. Hey! Why am I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Because first of all, when his aide was writing about, oh, she's wearing transparent clothes, she's rubbing pancake, because it has to do with sexual undertone. So apparently, Akpabio wanted to sleep with Senator Natasha. And please, those of you that will come and say, it's a word against, this is not the first time. Remember the other time, I think it was MD of where she had to slap Akpabio and she was accusing him of the same thing. How dare he? What kind of nonsense is this? You see someone, you see women, married women, you're going after them, you're punishing them. So we've not finished dealing with sex for grace. Now what we are having is a sex for motion. For your motion to be read on the hand because you're a woman. Is that the way he also sleeps with a male senator? Because I need to know. Does it go both ways? Is it bi? Does it go both ways? What kind of nonsense is this? Anytime we are talking about women, is 12 people will be telling us all sorts of nonsense or whatever. And this thing to tell you how common this is. A lot of women, this is the craziness they go through. Just because they want to do their job, some useless, good for nothing he-goats will be out there just waiting for them. Smarty, there's somebody. Is that how she talks to her husband? Is that how he talks to his wife? Is that how he talks to his wife? Hey, okay, now. Oh, if this was Nigeria, oh, what kind of senators do we have? Slaves! Slaves, all of them. Akpabio is using them to do people. Somebody that you people will sit down and impeach. Impeach the freaking hell out of him. Nothing will happen. Nigeria, nothing will happen. Nothing. But we have cow. Oh God, I just see this man. Since I've not even been online. I just finished my exercise. I finished my this thing. I said, may I go online? Now they say, so now sleep. He won't sleep it, and she no agree sleep. He said she should take care, kill you there. He take care of him and bear or bear now be your ara. Or the take care. What kind of make it now? What kind of rubbish is this? Every time you guys keep harassing women, wherever women are, whatever position women are, you guys keep harassing women, some he-goats that... I know the one verse, so I know they say me I they behave. Me I know the two verse. Me omo now they carry on a nonsense matter. They come person where person did. They make the person the verse even where person no one verse. Me I just watch this one.
I wanted to move a motion. I wanted to move a motion for the investigation on the ills of a corrupt practice in Ajakuta Steel Company. I listed that motion 5 times. It was the 6th time that it was listed on the order paper that was approved. Many senators can testify to that. Each time the motion is listed, just before he takes it, he will say, oh, Senator Natasha, we can't take this motion because the vote of the Senate does not accommodate it. Or he will speak on others and then let it drag so that just before my motion is taken, the time will be well spent and won't. So he kept on doing that. I went to him in his office. And I said, Senate President, you know how important this Ajakuta Steel Company to me is. You know how important it is to my people and to Nigerians. I've noticed that you have stepped down this motion. As a matter of fact, a number of senators told me, go and see him and plead with him so that he would take it. I was like, sir, please, why can't you take this motion? It's very important. It's been listed. Then it was listed a 3rd time and stepped down. He then said, Natasha, I'm the chief presiding officer of the Senate. You can enjoy a whole lot if you take care of me and make me happy. At that point, I said, sir, I'll pretend that I didn't hear this. He said, well, the ball is in your court. I left his office, and when I got home, I told my husband, I didn't tell my husband what happened. I just told my husband, please, can you speak to the Senate President to allow my motion? Oh my
goodness. Just listen. In short, there are more of it. She did a whole lot of interviews there. It's crazy. Like she said here in another story, my issues with Akpabio started on the 8th of December 2023. My case is a case of student being punished by a lecturer for refusing to sleep with him. In this day and era, one senator that was elected is being subjugated in this manner. They are doing sex for grade. Now they want to do sex for motion. These people, they crazy. Nigerian women will be too quiet on this thing. One after the other, they keep harassing people. Either you are ashamed from saying anything, or you keep quiet, or you let peace be, or whatever. And this is not the first. I remember there was let me look for this. There was somebody that had slapped Akpabio for the same thing. She had accused Akpabio of the fact that he was sexually harassing him. NDDC MD. I slapped Akpabio for sexually harassing me. 6X NDDC MD. This was in 2020. This is someone as Senate President. You've been governor twice. You are a Senate President. You are a politician. You have money. There are women whose job, there are sex workers. No matter the size you want them. You want tall, you want short, you want yellow, you want black, you want anyhow. They're there, they're available. You pay them, they give you what you need. Why can't you patronize them? Since we are a useless country that we don't care about the people who are leaders. The only people that we care about are people who owe us nothing. Those are the ones that will be holding them and saying what they do or what they don't do. Now let him go and patronize those ones. People grow. Give them money, they give you what you want. Why is Akpabio going after people's wives? What is Akpabio looking for with people's wives? What did he bury in people's wives? Doesn't Akpabio have a wife? If one is not enough for you, let him go and marry. After all, they always know what to do. If their religion does not allow them, they will use their tradition. They will use their custom. They will use their whatever. Hey! And someone even said here that she's not even, there's a statement here from someone. And this one was asking, Ayo Mario said, how was this matter concluded? That's one of the one that slapped Akpabio for sexually harassing her. He said, we need answer. It's not about politics. The people deserve a response. I know many people who have suffered sexual harassment and victimization, and the culture of trivializing it plus sweeping it under the carpet. Senate President is innocent until proven guilty, but we need answers. Nobody said it. This is what he's being accused of. Hey, and this is not the first time that this accusation is coming. There was someone else again who made another remark and said that she is not even surprised. Look at the way he was behaving around Bianca. That is why for me, I always say this thing, when you are having this thing, you see that thing that, oh, you're beautiful, oh, you're gorgeously dressed, oh, you're whatever. Don't bring it. When I'm having a conversation with you, deal with my brain.
my beauty, my lack of beauty, my whatever, my body, whether I'm fat, I'm tall, I'm thin, I'm slim, it is none of your freaking business. No woman's business is no woman's body is your body, is your business. That's why when people are, oh, this person, he needs to dress, this person, is none of anybody's business. Deal with women, deal with their intellect. Oh, hey.